Hey y'all, it's Trent again here to talk about mindset stuff a little bit. To right now, I'm going to be talking about during BMT and to a certain extent when you're at SWCC at the prep course, things to keep in mind while you're there. First thing is, especially at BMT, is do not overthink it. You know what they're doing. They're breaking you down to make the new Air Force version of you, to create an airman. So don't overthink anything. When they tell you to do something, that's exactly what they want you to do. So it's not rocket surgery. So don't overthink it. Also, keep in mind that everyone is nervous, and people show it in different ways. So it's real easy, especially early on, people coming from like all different backgrounds and all over the country and beyond, to get real annoyed if you're like me with people that show their nervous tendencies in different ways, right? Like some people talk a lot, some people don't talk at all, some people are a little braggadocious. So just give people a little bit of grace and understand what's going on, and see it for what it is. And they're not trying to annoy you, but everybody's nervous. So just keep that in mind. Mistakes will be made, and it's okay. It's probably your first time, hopefully, and it's also their first time. So, uh, you know, like the last one, keep that adventure mindset and just keep moving forward. Mistakes are supposed to happen, especially BMT and SWIC. The next thing is pay attention. It's going to be a fire hose. There's so much information and new information is going to be coming your way, and it will be presented in a way that is probably not very familiar. The military lingo. You're learning this new language, um, and people teach from their own experience, and so your TIs and your instructors are going to teach the way that they teach. But just be patient with it. Pick up what you can and move forward. And then that provide value enable. Like you're not going to be Johnny on the spot for your team every single time. So kind of find your place where you provide value for your team, and it's going to make everything a little bit better. Ask questions when appropriate. You'll find out real quick if you're the person that asks questions at the end of every single briefing, and they're very specific, individualized questions. And this probably goes for your whole career. Don't be that person. No one wants to sit there longer than they have to. If it's a good question that applies to everybody, good. If it's just your personal insecurities or something that doesn't apply to everybody, keep your mouth shut and do your job. Last thing is, in this section, don't listen to your teammates that don't know anything. They know just as much as you do. It's real easy to get into this idea that y'all know what's going on or whatever, and just don't worry about it. Just pay attention and do your job and keep moving forward. And the last thing is, it's my favorite thing to talk about, especially when it comes to BMT and SWIC, is do not become a victim. Remember that you wanted this. It's everyone is going through it with you. Um, it's real easy to turn from the person before you joined that was excited to tell everybody that you're joining the military into the person that feels like BMT and SWIC is just happening to you, and it's somehow worse for you or whatever, and you didn't actually want this. Don't fall into that trap. It's ridiculous to do that. So just keep in mind, everybody's going through this with you. It's not the end. It's the very beginning of a rewarding experience if you let it be. So these are things that I'm not saying that I'm smarter than you or anything else. It's just that when you can put certain experiences into words, sometimes it helps you see things for the way that they are. So if you find yourself going beyond just the regular negativity and the humor, and truly trying to embrace that victimhood, recognize what's happening, remind yourself of those times when you wanted to be in the military, and remind yourself of how temporary the situation is, whether you're in BMT or at SWIC, and then move forward and get after all that stuff that's coming your way, because it's going to be awesome.